Welcome to the hottest show on radio. Welcome to the lab where author Keith Childs and friends, where business and fashion meets entertainment. Each and every Thursday night from 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Welcome. Come on. Welcome to the lab. Welcome to the lab. Welcome to the lab. Where business and fashion meet entertainment. Welcome to the lab. The hottest show on radio. Welcome to the lab with author Keith Childs and friends. Come on. Welcome to the lab. Welcome to the lab. You are tuned in to the hottest show on radio. Welcome to the lab with author Keith Childs and friends. Welcome to the lab. Where business and fashion meet entertainment. Welcome to the lab. The hottest show on radio. Welcome to the lab. Welcome to the lab. Welcome to the lab. You are tuned in to the lab. Welcome to the lab.
And now, in the lab with author Keith Childs, presented by the Porter Law Firm, Champions for Justice.
Come on. Welcome to the lab.
The Porter Firm, Champions for Justice. I'm your host, author Keith Childs. Today, guys, we have a very, very special guest here today. Host, Miss author Cassandra Hill is in the building. And coming up, yours truly, Kara, has the latest in entertainment with the business. I don't want to miss that. Also, two guys today, author Cassandra Hill will be joining me in the lab a little later. But first, guys, it's time for my 3 points of purpose. Part of the show that I really love because it actually helps 3 points of purpose. And for you all, first time seeing it, guys, is to provide a little insight just to get you through the day, through your week, get some positive, uplifting insight on what we're doing. So 3 points of purpose, guys, is brought to you. Sorry, I'm stumbling. By Easy Pray, the trilogy. My book, guys, my novel that's coming out sometime in May. We're looking like prayerfully. It'll be out. It drops sometime in May, so please make sure y'all support it. It's Easy Pray the Trilogy, guys, and also follow me on all my social media. All my social media handles, guys, is author Keith Childs. This show and every show will be actually, you can go to YouTube on author Keith Childs, and you will get to see, all of the shows that get there categorized on there. All right, but again, guys, thank y'all for joining in. Thanks for the support. So let's jump right into my 3 points of purpose today. All right, so we're gonna get this here. As I always just say, guys, when you get into this 3 points of purpose, I always like to say, brain gets nuggets. We dropping information, something hopefully that you can take from this and it helps you as it helps me. This is information that I try to apply to my everyday life and my goals taken. What I'm talking about today, the first topic I'm talking about today, guys, is just staying focused on your goals. Now let's talk about that. I really want to jump into that because that's so important with so many of us and what we're doing with this business and whatever you're doing in your business. I'm gonna speak it personal about what I'm doing here as an author, running the show and the many things I do, guys, in my job, my business, is just basically staying focused on your goal. Finding what you want to do, understanding your goal, and just staying focused on it because it's so easy. It's so easy, guys, believe me, to get thrown off your goals. And what I mean by that, you have to be careful with things around you. There's forces out here that be trying to knock you off your goal. Some people can call it, you can categorize it as haters, or you can categorize it as loved ones, or people posing as loved ones, and friends that's really not your friends. So it's just a lot of there's a lot of obstacles out here when you got goals. And the crazy thing about this is the closer you get to your goals, to try to achieve your goals of success, the more you'll start finding yourself alone because you get so laser focused. Those obstacles, guys, you got to run right through them. So when you stand focused on your goal, don't just try to let you know. Beware of people that you allow close in your circle. Beware of that, And I'm not trying to scare you or tell. I'm just trying to come really truthful to let you know that everybody that's around you not for you. So understand that, stay focused on your goal. Don't let anyone talk you off your goal. Don't let anyone tell you to move away from your goal or try to talk you out of that. All right. So that's the first point I wanted to bring home, guys. Second, as I move on, guys, is I love this. Beware of the people you allow to get close to you. I just said that. But beware of the people you allow to get close to you. Make sure that people around you are fanning your flames. And I love that. And what does that mean? You want people around you, guys, that's fanning your flame. I am a flame fanner of my friends, the people I support. You want people in your circle that's fanning your flame. I want to be around people. I put myself around people that fan my flames, not pissing on my flames, not trying to blow my flames out. And if you understand that, you got to sometimes sit back and listen to people. When people, if they're not championing you, if they're not being supportive of what you do, you might want to take another look at who you're around, because the worst thing to have is someone in your camp, someone close to you that really don't support what you do. And it can come from a lot of different. I don't like to keep throwing everything about hate, but some people just don't know how to support. Some people just come at you for the wrong reasons and get you all mixed up. So my thing is this, guys: you want to look for people that's fanning your flames. You absolutely want to find people that say, "Hey, I'm here. I'm fanning your flames. I'm championing you. I support you like you support me. We support each other." That's what it's about. When you're going after a goal, you have, so much pressure. There's so many obstacles out there for you to fall. There's so many pitfalls for you to fall in that you need people, supportive people around you that's going to be there. Not just people that's just there, faking like they're there and in your corner, and then you look up, they're gone because they can't be around you, or the attitude set in, or, emotionally they disconnected. Those people, you got to really, those people will slow you down, guys. So make sure you put people in your circle. It's very important in the goals and driving towards success, that you want to put people in your synergy that fan your flame. I heard Will Smith say that the other day, and I had to write that down. I love that. Like, you really want people in your corner, guys, that fan your flames. All right. Now let me go down to the third point here. Let me get a sip of water. Y'all mind? The third, guys, point I want to bring up is, imagination. Let me read this to you. Imagination is the coming attraction of your dreams. Wow. That is so true. The imagination is the coming attraction of your dreams. If once you stop imagining, that's the moment you start dying, guys. So you really got to understand. See, and I love that because I'm a dreamer. I've always been told I'm a daydreamer as a kid, and I sit off and still to today as a grown man, I'm a dreamer. And I think that, so if at one time I used to be like, damn, I daydream a lot. But it's a good thing, because that means those are things that I see that can come to fruition in your mind. If you don't, here's the saying: if you can conceive it, if your head can conceive it, if your mind can conceive it, and your heart can believe it, then you absolutely can achieve it. And that is absolutely the formula, guys. I'm telling you, you gotta daydream. You gotta dream first. Dream big, dream often. Because the imagination, everything you can imagine in your mind, God has given us that gift to say, I'm gonna put my imagination to it, I'm gonna think about it, then I'm gonna make it come to fruition. I'm gonna make it come real. And that's what dreaming is about. That's what it all starts back to, guys. It's just, if you don't see yourself doing that. See, so many of us walk around here and we get jobs, right? I talk about this so often. We get jobs, paying a little money, whatever, paying the money, nice money, no disrespect to jobs, but you stop dreaming and you stop imagining. So I've heard, I think it was Les Brown say that. I think I heard Les said before. I don't know. I don't want to mess his quote up, but it was in the realm of basically, if you want to see someone that people have died at the age of 25, literally died, but kept on living until they really like to 66. And what that means is some people get at 25 and 30 and stop imagining. They get a job, they just dead. So literally you dead. You just walking around waiting to lay down because you stop dreaming. Don't ever stop dreaming. As long as you got breath in your body, keep dreaming. As long as you got breath in your body, guys, keep dreaming, keep on hoping. And because until God snatched the breath out of your body, you have a chance. Every day you wake up, you have a chance. Don't ever let nobody, don't care how bad it seems right now, how upset what you feeling like, how sad you are, how happy you are, where you at. You always got a chance, guys. So don't ever let anyone tell you that it's bad. If you woke up this morning, then God wasn't through with you. Okay, guys? So that's the key, guys. Those are my 3 points that I wanted to talk about today. 3 points of purpose. And let me just reiterate them again. Just going to run over them. They were, okay, staying focused on your goals. Beware of the people you allow close to you. That's these people to fan your flames. And also, guys, making sure that you stay with your imagination. Okay, those are my 3 points of purpose. All right, the 3 points of purpose, guys, was brought to you by Easy Pray, the trilogy that's dropping this spring. Okay, please follow me on all social media. And coming up soon, guys. Coming up next will be the author Cassandra Hill. She'll be joining me in the lab. But right now, it's time for the business with yours truly, my girl, Kara.
What's up, Keith? Yours truly, Kara, here with the business. While Kanye West wasn't looking, the Chinese company Fujian Baby Network Technology grabbed the trademark for the name Yeezy Boost, which, as you know, is the brand name for Kanye's footwear and sneaker line, but it doesn't apply to other clothing. But Kanye also plans to launch a Yeezy dating website for his fans who are looking for love. Sadly, Taylor Swift fans are banned from the site. Yikes. Speaking of Taylor Swift, the pop singer sent Amber Rose and her adorable 5-year-old son Sebastian a gift set with tickets to her concert. Amber shared the video of her son's reaction to receiving the tickets, and the crazy internet trolls came out of the woodwork. They were shaming the 5-year-old for being a Swiftie fan and calling him gay. Of course, Mama Rose was not having it, and she quickly shut the haters down, posting a batch of Instagram stories with responses like, quote, "Shout out to all the hyper-masculine men and ignorant dumbass women that will call a 5-year-old gay for liking Taylor Swift." And she added, "This is why young kids kill themselves, and this is also why our society is so effed up. Liking a certain type of music will not make you pick your sexuality." Jill Scott has won a small victory in her ongoing divorce battle with ex-hubby Mike Dobson. According to Gossip, a Tennessee judge denied Dobson's request for Scott to pay him $6,500 for legal fees for the divorce. Apparently, Dobson signed a prenup that prevents him from getting support from Jill. Not to mention, according to Scott's attorney, she paid Dobson $20,000 just a week before filing for divorce. Our deepest condolences go out to Queen Latifah, who lost her mother, Rita Owens, after a long battle with a heart condition. Latifah shared the sad news yesterday, saying, "It is with a heavy heart that I share the news that my mother, Rita Owens, passed away today. She had struggled with a heart condition for many years, and her battle is now over." Latifah says she's heartbroken, but knows her mother is now at peace. Poor Isaiah Washington still can't rebound after being fired from Grey's Anatomy in 2007. According to Washington, it all stemmed from false allegations by, quote, "a racist ABC executive who set him up to be blackballed in Hollywood." Washington says Shonda Rhimes agrees with him, knows it, and has his back. Washington told TMZ that Rhimes, who's the creator and executive producer of Grey's Anatomy, has nothing good to say about ABC execs or its VP, Howard Devine, and says Rhimes believes Devine should be investigated for his, quote, "racist biased behavior." Shonda Rhimes hasn't commented. "I just wonder why she hasn't worked with Isaiah Washington in over 10 years. But if this is true, it would be huge for her to challenge the network and its execs at the home of her hit shows Grey's Anatomy, Scandal, and How to Get Away with Murder. Nick Gordon, ex-boyfriend to the late Bobby Christina Brown, was arrested again for violating a stay-away order following a domestic violence arrest last week and was released on bail. His girlfriend later had a change of heart and asked the judge to drop the order because the incident, as she said, was her fault. Nick Gordon was a person of interest in the death of Bobby Christina Brown, and it was alleged that he was physically abusive to her in their relationship. He also lost a wrongful death lawsuit and owes Bobby Christina Brown's estate $36 million. Bobby Brown has offered to help Gordon's current girlfriend with domestic violence services through the Bobby Christina Brown Serenity House. We'll soon get to see the work of another powerful sister on the big screen. Natasha Rothwell, writer, co-producer, and star on the hit HBO series Insecure, is set to write the comedy feature film Bridal Recall for Paramount Pictures. Rothwell also has a development deal with HBO to write, produce, and star in her own project. You may have also seen her work on Saturday Night Live and Netflix Presents The Characters. Congratulations, Natasha. And finally, after smashing box office records, Black Panther has broken the Twitter record, becoming the most tweeted about movie ever. I'm yours truly, Kara, and that's the More in the Lab with author Keith Childs, presented by the Porter Law Firm, Champions for Justice. Easy Prey, the trilogy, a highly anticipated novel series by author Keith Childs, will leave you longing for more. Easy Prey delves into the tragic events that transform the life of Mallory Bell. Beautiful and bright, a powerful, successful businesswoman with an MBA, Mallory appears to have it all. Born to loving, wealthy parents, she finds herself in a fight for survival after witnessing a childhood tragedy that turns her perfect world upside down. Mallory Bell is transformed to Mallory Kilpatrick when the tragic events that fuel her hunger for success spark her ravenous appetite for revenge. Defying the odds, this drop-dead gorgeous, irrefutably sexy, and equally savvy businesswoman reemerges at the top of her game and on the hunt for easy prey. What's behind the mind of this beautiful black female serial killer? Be careful what you pray for. Easy Prey, the trilogy, by author Keith Childs, coming spring 2018. Follow us on social media at author Keith Childs. Wash & Associates, a family-owned and managed business with over 20 years expertise as a leading provider of electrical contracting in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. We provide commercial, industrial, and residential electrical installation, new construction, renovations, and electrical upgrades with a focus on safety, cost efficiency, and timeliness. From fire alarm systems to voice data installation to security system installation and monitoring. Choose Wash & Associates for experienced professional electricians who give each project their personal attention. Call 202-388-4000 or visit us online at awashassociates.com. Join the growing list of distinguished guests and advertisers on In the Lab with author Keith Childs. Our team will customize a package that'll increase your exposure and help your business grow. Call 240-667-6017. That's 240-667-6017. If you've experienced workplace discrimination or sexual harassment, call the Porter Law Firm, Champions for Justice, at 888-258-2448 or visit our website at theporterfirm.com. Call author Keith Childs in the lab at 301-429-9247. That's 301-429-9247. Get on our lines now.
Yep. We're back. We're back in the lab with author Keith Childs, presented by the Porter Firm, Champions for Justice. Thank y'all, guys. We're here on another day, guys. In the lab with me, I'm excited with author, no other than author Cassandra Hill, CEO. Let me tell you a little about it, guys. CEO and creator of Learn Multiple Languages in Minutes. With Cassandra, you'll learn and experience. Oh, I can't talk here today. You'll learn and experience the cultures of Mexico, Hawaii, Brazil, Egypt, China, Ethiopia, Germany, and Kenya. Cassandra is a gifted storyteller. She's the author and illustrator of the series of books Where, let's make things right? Where Cheyenne?
It's your birthday, Cheyenne.
It's your birthday, Cheyenne. Where
And
is Cheyenne?
Cheyenne I am.
And Cheyenne I am. And also, guys, she's a writer and producer of the music CD, Change the World, Cheyenne.
Yes.
Encourage youth to build relationships with children of different cultural backgrounds. Cassandra has her bachelor's degree, her bachelor's and master's in speech language pathology. She provides speech language pathology service to school children. Wow, that was a lot. Because she does a lot. But guys, it's my honor, guys, actually to sit here and meet this wonderful young lady, author like myself, that I'm inspiring to be. She's already doing big things, so we have a lot to talk about here. So without further ado, Cassandra, introduce yourself, or as I did, but you can tell me a little bit about yourself and how did you get started in this? What brought you to this whole...
I've wanted to be a writer since I was 7 years old. As a matter of fact, when I told my mother I wanted to be a writer, she brought me a little Maxwell typewriter, little orange plastic typewriter with white keys, and taught me how to type at 7. So I've never had a bigger dream or another dream. So I've always wanted to write. I've written poetry and poems, and then that sort of ushered into children's books because they have that sort of rhyme to them. So I'm an artist. I like to paint. I like to draw. I like stage performance. So when I do It's Your Birthday, Cheyenne, it's a performance. It is like you've gone to the theater. Yes, that's the little book right there. And I teach the kids how to say happy birthday in different languages. And each child that's coming to the door to teach Cheyenne how to say happy birthday is they also share their cultural gifts. So the kids are exposed to what the cultural gifts are in that country. I have the geographical representations of each country, and I have the flag representations of each country, and then I teach them how to say happy birthday in that country. So it's multifaceted, and it keeps them engaged. It sort of like grabs children by the shirt collar of their imagination and just pulls them in for the ride, for the whole journey.
Wow.
Yes.
That's exciting. I mean, now you're touching on kids. As we talk offline, my wife actually is a school teacher, kindergarten.
Awesome.
So I'm sure you will have a lot to talk about in that aspect. So did you find it like more rewarding with working with the younger kids?
It is because they're ready for everything that you give to them. They're ready to learn. They're ready to receive, and they are all in. When I say stand up, it's time to learn the escasta. They are right there. They are right there with you. So it's a lot of fun, a lot of joy doing the whole presentation.
Now, is it age appropriate? I mean, what age limit do you start with the kids?
Actually, kindergarten through third grade.
Okay.
But I did have an incident where one principal at a school, I believe it was Harvard de Grace, they said, if you do our early elementary kids, we want you to also do our 4th, 5th, and 6th graders. And I thought to myself, I don't know if they'll be into it, but I'll certainly take on the challenge. And when we did my song, Change the World, Cheyenne, they were doing the wave with me. I mean, they got into
the 4th, 5th, and 6th graders.
The 4th, 5th, and 6th graders.
That's incredible.
And we played a game afterwards to say, where was this character from? And they had to run up and point to the flag and point to the country. Because I also have a lot of painted stage props that are on stage with me. And so, the kids just
they can get really engaged.
They can really get engaged and see what they're learning.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, here's one question I want to ask. Because of the cultures that you teach, I'm reading here, Mexico, Hawaii, Brazil, Egypt, now Ethiopia and Germany, Kenya. You speak those? Are you fluent in any of those different languages?
I am giving them exposure
you get exposure to the culture.
It's just like a child learning greetings and salutations.
Okay.
So this is to intrigue the child to learn more about different cultures because that's the type of world I want to live in, where we're not afraid of other cultures.
Yeah, and that's the key.
Exactly.
That is very key.
That we want to be intrigued by other cultures.
And that's very key. That's very. I'm so happy that you're doing that, guys. This is really awesome that she does this. And I'm going to ask you about these books, but I'm going to ask a question again about, because one of the things that I do have realized coming up in how I come up in an all black school and went to all black schools, I wish that I had more interaction. Someone come in and teach me about other cultures and unfortunately, when I was coming up, they didn't. I don't know about now, but they wasn't doing this as much. You know, but now people like yourself who letting kids come in and seeing how other cultures live and learn. And so, how deep do you go into the culture? Just like this intro. How deep do you go into the culture?
Well, like I said, I definitely talk about the different gifts because they're presenting Cheyenne with gifts from each country. So, that's really key. So they get exposure to, I bring some of the things on set, like a Natala from Ethiopia, the shawl. So they get to really see, hear, touch, and feel when I do my performance.
That is really, really, really cool, man. Guys, and we're going to actually, in a few seconds, we're about to go to break.
Okay.
But, you'll stay right here with us.
Thank
and we can
you.
get back on the other side of the break. We're going to talk about these wonderful books that I want y'all to ask many questions because she illustrated these. So we're going to talk about that when we come back. And just so much more. I'm very, very excited to have Miss Author Cassandra Hill. Okay, Author Cassandra Hill here with us. So, Author, before we go, I'm thinking I'm about to call in a break, but I wanted to just ask you real quickly, what inspired the birthday?
What inspired the birthdays? I thought it was a great medium that all children could understand. It's not something you have to explain. When I'm on stage and I say, how many of you like celebrating your birthday? All the hands go up, you know? And so it's...
No, go ahead. No, I think go ahead. Let's do it.
Yeah,
no, we go.
yeah.
Okay. Well, what we're going to do is hold that thought.
Okay.
Hold that thought. We going in, guys. And don't forget, guys, to click and share and plays today's show, guys, on Author Keith Childs' YouTube channel. We'll be right back with more with Author Cassandra Hill after this.
We'll be right back with more In the Lab with author Keith Childs, presented by the Porter Law Firm, Champions for Justice. Easy Prey, the Trilogy, a highly anticipated novel series by author Keith Childs, coming spring 2018. Witness Mallory Bell's transformation to Mallory Kilpatrick, a beautiful and powerful businesswoman whose perfect world is turned upside down by tragedy. What fuels her hunger for success sparks her ravenous appetite for revenge and sends Mallory on a hunt for easy prey. Be careful what you pray for. Easy Prey, the Trilogy by author Keith Childs, coming spring 2018. Follow us on social media at author Keith Childs. If you've experienced discrimination in the workplace or sexual harassment, no more. Time's up. Now's the time to stand up for your rights and fight back. When you have the courage to stand up and fight back, you need legal representation you can trust. Someone who knows the law and has a proven track record for success. You need the Porter Law Firm, Champions for Justice. Call us at 888-258-2448. That's 888-258-2448. We've recovered millions on behalf of our clients, and we won't collect a dime until we recover for you. We also specialize in personal injury and wrongful death. You don't have to be a victim anymore. Let us claim the victory for you. Call the Porter Law Firm, Champions for Justice, at 888-258-2448. That's 888-258-2448. Or visit our website at theporterfirm.com. AWASH & Associates, over 20 years as a leading provider of electrical contracting in the Washington, D.C. area. Call 202-388-4000 or visit us online at awashassociates.com. Join the growing list of distinguished guests and advertisers on In the Lab with author Keith Childs. Our team will customize a package that'll increase your exposure and help your business grow. Call 240-667-6017. That's 240-667-6017.
In the Lab is presented by the Porter Firm, Champions for Justice, and brought to you by my novel series, Easy Prey. Guys, coming this spring. Follow me on all my social media at author Keith Childs. We're back, guys. Back with author Cassandra.
Yes.
Cassandra, guys, I tore her name up, calling her Cassandra. She smacked my hand off air. It's Cassandra. I got that right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, I couldn't help it. I'm a speech therapist.
That's a good, right? Cassandra Hill, right? So, we're gonna talk about that too. But let's go. We were on the other end of the break. We were talking about what inspired this. It's your birthday, so let's finish that because I won't cut you off. What were we talking about?
Yeah, well, it's it's something that all kids can understand. I mean, it's not hard. It's not difficult. when everybody wants to be remembered for their birthday, and so when you talk about something that's a commonality, then there already the barriers are starting to break down.
Right.
You know.
So what you do when you go in, and I'm sure the kids go amazing. Everybody got a birthday, like you said.
Yes,
So
exactly.
you say it's your birthday. You put their name in it. I saw you said something with the shirt. Explain that. How
this is my shirt. I have a song that's coming out soon. We'll share with you.
Okay.
But it's called "Change the World, Cheyenne," and it inspires kids to befriend other kids all around the world. And it's sort of like, put your hand in my hand and we'll change the world. And so on my shirt, you may not be able to see it, but on my shirt, it has "Change the World, semicolon, Cheyenne."
Okay.
And so at that point, you can take Cheyenne's name out of it and put any child's name in it. And what is their contribution going to be to change the world? So Cheyenne is all about positivity. She's an Egyptian queen, goddess, cat.
Right.
You know.
Now, and I want to say that. I'm sorry, that just hit me. Let the people know, what is Cheyenne? Is Cheyenne a person or a cat? This is a cat.
Well, in the Egyptian times, the royals in the palace had pets, and the Cheyenne is the goddess Bastet.
Okay.
And so they adorn their cats with jewelry. Hence, Cheyenne has earrings on and the neck garb. And so she's a Ticanese cat, you know. And so she, sort of goes throughout our world and doesn't seem to realize that she still has on all the jewelry and everything. She has that attitude, I am the queen.
Right.
So, yes, that's what that's all about.
Okay. So it's more like, it's Cheyenne and her adventures.
And her adventures, exactly.
Gotcha.
Very good.
And good with the adventures and everything. I want to kind of run that parallel with we just talked about the whole Panther. What do you think about that? That was a great adventure. I mean, that adventure, that took us on a ride. So, what do you think about that?
Immediately, it's global. I mean, it's a Black Panther. Everybody's into it. And so, I think when the children leave there, it's like Ryan Coogler just gave them all torches to go out and be great.
Right.
It's a movement, right? And I want Cheyenne to be that type of movement. Okay. I mean, we feature Egypt in the book. We feature Ethiopia in the book. We feature Kenya in the book. So it's African centric. And so it's just inspiring. He's inspired me. I was doing this before, and now I'm doing it after with even a heightened inspiration.
And that's the vibe that, like you said, when you went out to, when I went to see, my family and I went to see Black Panther, I left inspired. Yes. I mean, even put on a dashiki and got into the whole, which is great, and I hope it just break all kind of numbers. And when you're dealing with, and this is so important because I hear it so much from my wife when she's speaking about her kids in the classroom, that reaching a certain demographic of kids, right? That's when because you have some kids in certain areas. Are you from this area, DC?
I'm from South Carolina.
Okay, well in DC you have a certain wards and certain areas where it changed. The whole complexity changed when you did in that classroom. So when you want to reach those kids, and that's what's so important when you get those teachers that's on that other side of the bridge, or in Ward 8 and Ward 7 that have a little challenge with the kids. When you have people to come by, or the kids want something to grab onto.
They do.
Right? They want to
be inspired.
They want to be inspired. So when you go into them schools and those kids are very receptive to it, and they looking for a hero, basically.
Exactly.
That's why I think Black Panther was so amazing, because they just looking for heroes.
Exactly.
Let's make Cheyenne a hero.
Exactly, especially for the young kids, and they're looking for something to look up to. I know that like I said, when I was 7, that's first grade. I knew what I wanted to be.
Wow.
That dream hasn't changed. When I was 12 years old, I won a book award for Sleepy Hollow Mountain. I went and I took pictures and I, put it in a book and wrote the thing. And next thing you know, I won the book award. So it's always been a dream, never changed. I started writing poetry, and that's how I met Jeannie Jones with Ready, Set, Impact.
Okay.
And she became my publicist, later. Right. But years ago, I met her through poetry.
Oh, wow.
So I said, well, why don't I, market some of my poetry in the book? So a lot of it rhymes, and it's, got a melody to it when you read it. And that also engages children and keeps them enthralled in the story.
I commend you for that. Let's shout out to my girl and your publicist, Jeannie Jones. Salute.
Jeannie Jones,
Jeannie, because she's doing big things, and that's just wonderful, that you're here. You're sitting here because of her. Ready, Set, Impact is doing great things out in L.A., so, she stay on the move, and as she call her, as I call her, the pit bull in the skirt.
Pit bull in the skirt.
She's doing a thing, Jeannie.
Kitty in the city.
Kitty of the city, yeah. So, but thanks, Jeannie, for the plug.
And the way to get in touch with Jeannie is through my IG page, Cassandra Hill, author and SLP.
Because I was about to ask if someone want to book you or have you come to their classroom, how do they need to contact Jeannie?
They contact
through the
Jeannie.
Publicist. And so where would they get the information at? You just gave it out?
Yes,
okay.
Cassandra Hill, author and SLP, and that's my Instagram page.
Okay. And then talk to Jeannie, and then we'll get you set up in the schools. Get
me booked at the
Y'all
schools.
go get a book. Y'all teachers and now, do you do birthday parties and stuff like that?
Oh my goodness, we do themed birthday parties. So if you are a parent and you want to have a party with an Ethiopian theme or a Brazilian theme, Mexico theme, we do personal birthday parties. So we do parties at the schools as well. So we have a lot of venues to do this presentation.
That's
and
incredible.
It's high energy, so y'all gotta get ready.
Yeah, I love to see it. So let me see. You got the book that you talk about when you're going for the party. You have music.
Yes.
So is it like a sing along, or is it something totally separate? How's the music structure? Tell me about the music part.
The song is again inspiring children to go out there and meet friends from different demographics. And my cousin, her name is Dominique. She goes by Monique, and she is a phenomenal singer. And so she sang. She came down from Ohio on a weekend and said, "Yes, cousin, I will do this for you." And she blew it out of the water. Wow, and then, as a speech language pathologist, I have another phenomenal woman, Talia Lawson. She is one of my patients, and she had vocal nodules. And I am a speech language pathologist. I have a private practice, Speech Therapy Enterprises, LLC, where I rehab singers' voices. And so I rehabbed her voice, and she said, "Is there ever anything that I can do for you, Miss Hill, for giving me my voice back? Please let me know." And I said, "I have the perfect thing. Let me put you on the back of this song."
Right.
She blew it out of the water.
Okay, now you're touching something. I don't know if you know or not, but I used to be in a singing group.
Did you?
Oh, many years ago, right?
Okay.
But I get so many people that, need vocal coaching and things. So you just touched on something I want to talk about. So you can actually, you can strengthen their vocals, and you can teach them how to. So hold on, here's the number one question I know people ask. Can you teach people to sing? I think it has to be something there. Or you can actually take a person and teach them how to.
Yes, because a lot of times people are singing incorrectly. They're not singing from the diaphragm. They're clavicular singers, or they're singing from the throat, and that will shred your vocal cords. So you won't be able to reach your high pitches. So Jeannie and I devised this thing that we do on Instagram, so you know. And so I give out tips a lot of times on those individuals that are singers, a lot of patients that have come through my office, on what they're doing that messes up their voice. You wouldn't believe that just having a mint with menthol in it is not going to allow you the flexibility to sing. And some people say, "Oh, I need a mint before I sing." Or
I've heard that so many years.
Like if you watch Shelton on The Voice, he's always got some liquor in that cup. That's the worst thing for your vocal cords.
For real.
It's a dehydrant. So
Shelton,
don't get a little drinky before you go on stage. No.
Don't do that. So what's the best things for your vocal? What's loosen the vocal cords out to make your
sing the scale. Make sure you stay hydrated.
Okay.
That is extremely important. Don't sing on cold cords. Always warm up. Don't sing from the throat. That's muscle tension in the throat. Don't do that.
I know I do. Oh my God.
Exactly.
This is bad. Let's learn it bad. Bad habits. Bad in, bad out.
Bad habits. That's right.
Bad habits. Wow. So that's pretty interesting. So people actually come to you, and your office is where? Where are you located at?
Lower Bowie Road, 6915 Lower Bowie Road, Speech Therapy Enterprises, LLC. Okay. And I work with children, early intervention, who are not able to speak. I work with kids with articulation disorder, phonological processing disorders, children with autism. I work with individuals, adults who are post-stroke and have aphasia and have dysphagia. I work with them, dysphonia, problems with their voice. I work with individuals with Parkinson's disease. So it's a whole medical background, and I am and I also do accent modification, accent reduction for people who come from different countries and have a thick accent. So I help them reduce that accent.
That's incredible.
Yes.
That's incredible. Like that just blew me away because that's really, really good to know, guys. You know what I mean? Because as a young child, and I always be telling my story, but it's first time for you hearing it. I used to stutter really bad. And I went, oh my God. And
you would never know it now.
And I went to hearing, my grandmother took me to hearing and speech class for 11 years.
Really?
Yeah. I had to get the little, back then, I don't know if you still do the practice, but sit behind a glass booth and put the thing on your ear and sounds. And,
exactly.
And I had a real bad lisp.
That's us.
Yeah, and I had a real bad lisp. So I had to go. I mean, it was crazy. But, I was back then, I was just so happy that I had to get out of school early. But
so you can go see the speech
but
therapist.
I was going, because I just started really, really, really bad. And I have friends now who actually started. So let's just talk. We're going to get back to the book, guys. I want to talk about this.
Yes.
We'll get back to the book. But when you deal with grown-ups that stutter, is it? Can you correct that a little bit? Or some people just feel like I'm going to stutter for the rest of my life?
Well, you can, if you're an extreme stutterer and you have a lot of secondary characteristics, which are like body movements and facial grimacing and things like that. I teach relaxation techniques so they can get the words out more fluently. And you can certainly change behavior. That, some people say that there's a neurological deficit associated with disfluencies. But, there's sometimes it's learned that you think you stuttered once, and now every time I see this situation, I'm going to stutter that way again. Right. So you have this anxiety built up.
Oh, yes. I know about that. Yeah.
Yes, you start sweating just thinking about it.
Yeah.
So we learn a lot of different relaxation techniques, easy onset, stretching out the vowels, those types of things to help people speak more fluently.
That is, let me tell you, and take it from a stutterer. Like, it's nothing, when I was younger, it's nothing that was more embarrassing to me, as a child. And it's something that's when you kid and you had to read, and I had to read in circle time, and it was really, I can read to myself fluently, but it just, the nerves and the S words and the T words, I felt me stuttering before it actually came out. So I, like you're saying, anxiety. So I just, one thing I did do, I think in my, going through the speech class, but on my own, I think I kind of overcame it. I started speaking fast, right?
Yes.
And talking fast to me was normal, but I had to record myself one time and be like, wow, what did I say? Exactly. But it helped me not stutter. So I think I just got comfortable with that. But, that's something, because I have a lot of friends, and it's really cool that I'm glad I'm going to definitely get your information to them that actually stutter. And, like I said, in schools, my wife in her class, she has little kids that stutter.
Yes.
The funny thing is, and I don't know what's the correlation here, but when I sing, or most people that sing don't stutter when they sing.
That's
Ern
true.
Hall, he couldn't get Ern Hall for the group guy. I heard him talk. He really almost couldn't get a sentence out. But when he sung fluently, a lot of people sing. And why is that?
Well, it's actually a technique that we use to help people gain their confidence. We might use poetry, and also it's similar to like James Earl Jones. Once he learns his lines, he doesn't stutter at all.
He's a stutterer?
He's a stutterer.
Never
So,
know.
off stage, he stutters, but when he has his lines and things, he doesn't stutter.
That is the weirdest thing.
Yes, so stuttering, cluttering, both of those things,
you say stuttering, what's the other one?
Cluttering.
What is cluttering?
So cluttering is when you said, I started learning to talk faster.
Oh, okay.
So you go from stuttering to cluttering.
Oh, so I'm a clutterer. Oh, these years. Thank you.
You are not a clutterer.
Okay.
You are not a clutterer.
I didn't know what the name for. I thought I was talk fast. I'm a clutterer. Okay. All right. Let's get back to the book. All right. I don't know if Cheyenne is a clutterer, but I'm a clutterer. All right. Cheyenne. All right. So this book here is Cheyenne I Am.
Cheyenne I Am. It's the first one that I wrote.
And let's talk about this.
Yes. Jazzman Shadrock, and he has the blues. He's lost his will to play even one tune. And Cheyenne finds out that there's a nemesis in this book, and his name is Izzard the lizard. He's a big, slimy lizard. He's a wizard, and he's put a spell on his grandson. And so Cheyenne sort of jumps on her magic carpet and flies in to save the day. So this is adventurous, and boys tend to love this book. So even when I go to schools and I read It's Your Birthday, Cheyenne, the boys, they are so happy to see that there's a boy character in this particular adventure. So they end up getting both the books.
Wow.
Yes.
So Cheyenne is almost like, I don't want to say superhero, but she has powers.
She does have powers.
Okay.
She flies around on a magic carpet.
Sure. Magic carpet.
There's that magic carpet.
That magic carpet, Cheyenne.
And if you turn the book over, you can see she's sort of anthropomorphic. And that means she's in a woman-like form before she gets on her magic carpet and does a spin, and then she changes into a cat that we're familiar with looking at, and then she comes into our world.
So she's got actually kind of teleporting, or so to speak,
throughout the worlds to help children solve their problems.
Go ahead, Cheyenne.
Yes.
She's out there just saving the day and helping these children.
It's saving the day.
So this is your what? So how many illustrations have you written so far?
Well, these are two
Okay.
in the series, and then again, the song is actually available on my website. CassieLandLLC.com. So www.CassieLand CassieLandLLC.com.
Great. And that's for that. So we want to definitely, guys, look, let me just do like a break here. It's an absolute joy speaking to someone to let me know now that I'm a
clutterer.
I'm a clutterer.
No, he's not.
But guys, awesome. You got to get your kids into these books here, guys. Please make sure you support it. You go on to, before the show over, we got some more time left, but before the show, we're going to give out the website and all the information. If you're a school teacher, if you're just daycare school, whatever you're into with kids, get your kids in front of these. Get your kids in front of Cheyenne. Let them meet Miss Cheyenne here, the cat. And now my question with this, do you have, which I'm hearing a lot because by me writing, I'm hearing this a lot, audio. Are you thinking about doing this in audio, the books in audio?
I absolutely am, and that's one of the things that Jeannie and I are thinking about. We're thinking about a lot of things to cross different mediums to share Cheyenne with the world.
Cool.
And I'm very excited to, first things first, do the song because it's in conjunction with the show. After I perform, we play a game of copycat at the end, and we play my song. And so I'm actually dancing up there to the song, and then the kids come up there, and whatever they do, I have to do. So they turn the tables on me a little bit.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
So when you up reading now, do you have a character for Cheyenne? Do you have or no? You don't have like a whole thing you put on or nothing?
No, I
okay,
don't.
okay,
I don't. But I do want one of those, what do you call them, like mascots?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. My character, like put a character. I think, because I see that. I see.
You see it.
Oh, yeah.
You see the vision. You are starting to feel the vision.
I feel Cheyenne. Cheyenne is in the building. Cheyenne is in the building. No, I can see that. That'd be really cool. Kids love that. You come in and you already building a character. She's already built. Bring her to life. That would be a really cool idea. Get the little earrings or whatever on her and hang around her. And
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Would you do it or get someone else to do it?
Well, I'll be busy performing.
Right. So that'd be great to have a character.
Cheyenne can be out in the audience walking around.
Oh, you just took it to another level. See, this is what we do here, guys. This is what we do here. Yeah. All right, guys, we about to wrap. We about to go take a break right here, guys. Please stay with us. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for the conclusion, guys, of In the Lab with author Cassandra.
Thank you.
Hill after this.
Coming up, more In the Lab with author Keith Childs, presented by the Porter Law Firm, Champions for Justice. Easy Prey the Trilogy, a highly anticipated novel series by author Keith Childs, will leave you longing for more. Easy Prey delves into the tragic events that transformed the life of Mallory Bell. Beautiful and bright, a powerful, successful businesswoman with an MBA, Mallory appears to have it all. Born to loving, wealthy parents, she finds herself in a fight for survival after witnessing a childhood tragedy that turns her perfect world upside down. Mallory Bell is transformed to Mallory Kilpatrick, when the tragic events that fuel her hunger for success spark her ravenous appetite for revenge. Defying the odds, this drop-dead gorgeous, irrefutably sexy, and equally savvy businesswoman reemerges at the top of her game and on the hunt for easy prey. What's behind the mind of this beautiful black female serial killer? Be careful what you pray for. Easy Prey, the Trilogy by author Keith Childs, coming spring 2018. Follow us on social media at author Keith Childs. Choose AWash and Associates for experienced professional electricians. Call 202-388-4000 or visit us online at awashassociates.com. If you've experienced personal injury or wrongful death, call the Porter Law Firm, Champions for Justice, at 888-258-2448 or online at theporterfirm.com. Join the growing list of distinguished guests and advertisers on In the Lab with author Keith Childs. Our team will customize a package that'll increase your exposure and help your business grow. Call 240-667-6017. That's 240-667-6017.
We're back with more In the Lab with author Cassandra Hill. Don't forget, guys, you can watch and share today's show and any of my shows, guys, on author Keith Childs on the YouTube channel. It's been an absolute joy sitting here chatting with Cassandra. Can I say Cassandra again? Cassandra, author Cassandra Hill. But let's jump right back into some more. We left off talking about Cheyenne I Am. And yes. I like that. And some ideas was flowing on off.
Yes.
So talking about, hey, the character, male in that, and also I think, personal to me, for Cheyenne to come back and help with people like myself when I was younger stuttering, because is really a problem. Go ahead, speak about it.
I think so. I think that is a great idea, because actually it's your birthday, Cheyenne. When you're talking about the different languages, I break it down phonetically. Okay. So that is a play on articulation. So kids who have difficulty articulating certain sounds are playing with all these sounds from different languages. Wow. And so that helps with speech. So it is only fitting that I also do one for fluency. So we'll have to have that be, the third one coming up.
Hey, there you go. See why this show is so wonderful, you all?
Yes.
We get there and and the creative juices get to flowing. So that's a great thing. This book, so how long did it take to actually produce this from beginning to end?
Oh my goodness. Well, actually this was the first one that I wrote, and I moved here back in 98, I believe, and I was coming home on the train, and I wrote this book. Okay. So I wrote it in about 20 minutes.
Oh, wow.
And then when I wrote that book, I actually went to different embassies, Embassy Row in Washington, D.C., and I went and I studied and talked to people from those countries. And I said, how do you say this in how do you say happy birthday, and they sat down and meticulously, again, since I'm a speech pathologist, taught me how to say each word, and I phonetically transcribed it and then put it in the book. And so it's multiple languages in minutes. Again, it's giving the child an introduction to different cultures, and then they might want to go with Rosetta Stone or Duolingo or what have you to learn the language emphatically, Right. But yes.
And that's what I want to do. I actually want to learn another language. I keep saying that. Your expertise, being a speech pathologist, can you learn at any age, or at a certain time do the brain slow down, harder?
You can learn at any age. As a matter of fact, you use only a small percentage of your brain, and there's more of your brain to be developed. Hence, that's how we're able to help people who've had a stroke learn to speak again, because the part that's damaged, we build neural pathways to the part that isn't, which helps them speak. So learning language, all those types of things, keeps your memory strong.
Great.
Yes. Yeah. So,
and it's reading is definitely good.
It's reading, it's studying, it's learning something new. So it's a fantastic opportunity to just introduce kids to different cultures. Yes.
And I wanted to talk about this. We spoke about this. I don't want you to leave without saying, guys, author Cassandra, has also illustrated these. So
yes,
for
yes.
those that's watching who's thinking about doing a book and maybe doing an illustration, I know you had told me offline that you were looking for an illustrator. Then you got to the point. Your dad. Tell us about that story. How
Oh
that
yes,
went
my father. God rest his soul. We lost him in July.
down. Oh, sorry.
But he told me, I kept for 5 years. I actually looked for an illustrator because I wanted it to be perfect. And my dad said to me, "I'm tired of hearing you complain about it. Kids aren't looking for perfect. They're looking for you to spend time with them. They're looking for you to read to them." And so, for someone who's thinking about getting started and doesn't have everything lined up, just do it.
Just do
Just
it.
do
That's
it.
my slogan.
Create. I've sold probably over 5,000, a little more of these of the first book, and I sold those, really quickly. Especially being, going from school to school. I took a break. I started Speech Therapy Enterprises, a private practice owned by me, and then now I'm coming back to it.
Okay.
So I was on hiatus for a moment. So which was again a fantastic way that I reached out to Jeannie, because back in the day when I was doing poetry with her, I reached back out to her, and lo and behold, back then she wasn't doing public relations.
Okay.
Now, it's all God's timing. She's doing public relations
See
now
how it
with
work?
Ready, Set, Impact.
Right.
And here we are. And I'm like, oh, so glad and so blessed.
Oh, and everything come full circle, right?
Yes.
That's so cool. That is really cool. I'm sitting here, guys. I'm not lying. These books are really, really cool. I know that the kids will love this. I would love to see you in action.
Yes.
And the kids' faces lighten up. So you come in now. Let me just so I can get kind of a imagery, so I can paint the picture for the people out there if they want to get you. So you come in with your books, and you have different stuff that you share with the kids, and you do a story time.
There's actually lots of pictures in a large gallery, because initially I was with Kwame Alexander, and he had started years ago. He had started the Capital Book Festival. The Capital Book Festival went into a lot of elementary schools, giving them exposures to Black authors.
Oh, great.
And a lot of principals were happy to feature us and to give us exposure and things like that. So we did like this particular on the face of my Cassie Land LLC website is me working with a class of probably 20 students, and I actually did a week with them. And there's another, I believe it was Frederick Douglass Elementary School. I did a summer camp with them, and they learned the stage play, It's Your Birthday, Cheyenne. So I had stage props. I brought them in.
Cool.
They were
That's really
interested
cool.
in acting.
That is cool.
We had a ball for a week. And so yeah.
So this has so many different levels. You just said something that really just made me be like, wow. I was about to ask you, and you said that. Do you do a summer camp?
Yes.
That would be something really cool,
Absolutely.
at the summer camps, and people can do, because you just take it to theater, you can act these stories actually out.
Yes,
so
yes.
a lot of different ways you can go with this.
We're hoping to work with different summer camps and have them come to a central place for the play, It's Your Birthday, Cheyenne. So, sometimes it's easier for you to stay in one place and have different camps come to you for the show.
Right.
And it is a show. A lot of times, sometimes people stand and they just read, but I'm literally acting it out, and then, as I said before, the kids are also acting it out. And you find that even the adults are standing up and laughing. If you visit my gallery at CassielandLLC.com, you will see teachers laughing and getting into it along with the kids. So it's a beautiful thing.
And that's good. And I know I'm looking at your website here, guys. Please check your website. Tell me your website again, please.
It's CassielandLLC.com. It's CassieLand
And look at these beautiful
LLC.com.
I'm sorry. Look at these beautiful, bright faces, guys, and all these kids. Check it out. And this is good because you get the kid, and they are our future. When you get the kids engaged and get them some hope and let them, I love it. I love the kids. They say, I love these kids.
I love it.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah,
you
I
go
love it
in
too.
and you go, I heard you say that you was in, I think it was at the summer camp or school that you said you did for the whole week. So it's more than one. You can carry this on for a week. It ain't got to just be one time to go.
Exactly.
Okay.
I started out the week. you know, we did arts and crafts. We did these paper mache paddles, and we painted them because I also told you I love art itself.
Right, you did.
And so each one of them, they held up and made their country, Kenya, and it's a shellacked paddle that they can hang up, that they'll always have a memento from. We made maracas, you know, so one of the characters is from Mexico, so we did maracas for the kids from Mexico. So it was a whole summer camp, and then at the end of the camp, it culminated into a stage play of the actual It's Your Birthday, Cheyenne. So
That is cool.
yes.
It's Your Birthday, Cheyenne is coming to a theater near you. A stage near you.
a cartoon in a theater.
That is cool. School coming. Guys,
Yes.
check her out. It's almost
Thank
our
you.
time to wrap it up here, but I just want to say, you know, thanks, guys, to author Cassandra Hill.
Thank you.
Thank you, author Cassandra Hill, for joining us in the lab, presented by the Porter Firm, Champion for Justice. Next week, guys, I'll have the incredibly talented Miss Teresa Alzare. Please, she'll be joining us in the lab, plus my 3 points of purpose. And don't forget, guys, you can watch the show on author Keith Childs on YouTube. And I'll definitely be seeing you all next week, guys. God's willing. Next Thursday, we'll be here from 7 to 8. And I thank you all, guys, for joining us. And you want to just say something before we leave out?
Oh, please follow me on Instagram, Cassandra Hill, author and SLP.
Author SLP. And let me give a shout out to Jeannie Jones. Thank you.
Jeannie, we love you.
It's a wrap. Thank y'all. See y'all next week.